Welcome back. Well, if you've just joined us, we are looking at the rift between the National Assembly leadership and leadership of the All Progressives Congress. Well, let me be coming back to you now to look and to continue, of course, from where we stopped before we went on that short break.
Constitutionally and legally, what Saraki did was binding. He had a coalition with the opposition party, even though it is contrary to discipline. This is not alien to Nigerian alone. It happens even in the most developed democracies in the world. The only country we can say that has party discipline in the world is Canada, actually, if you do your research very well. Even in America, there's no party discipline. The Democrats stand against Obama as regards migration laws and health reform laws. So, Mr. Shegun, I will want you to go back. I will advise you to go back and probably you should go into more details of what parliamentary and or party supremacy versus candidacy means. We elected these people under a platform of a party to represent the interests of Nigerians, not the interests of the party. Nigerian democracy has not gotten to a stage whereby we have independent candidates, and neither in the developed world we rarely see independent candidates. These people came under a platform of a party. There was a primary election. They won the primary election. Subsequently, Nigerians elected them to represent their interests, the interest of Nigerians, in quote again, the interest of Nigerians, not the interest of the party.
Why we may talk about democracy? What really is democracy? Democracy is the government for the people, by the people, and for the people. But there is no independent candidacy in Nigeria. So those people are subjected to political party rules and regulation, even the political party's constitution. Above all, they swore an oath of allegiance to be upright members of those political parties as well. So for me, I think that there's a thin line here between democracy and party supremacy. But in this case, maybe Nigerians trusted the party with Nigerians trusted the party in the center and in most states. So if Nigerians themselves went to the polls and voted for this party, the party has a right to say, okay, this is our position, this is our opinion. You may go against it, but is that a betrayal of the party? Yes, it is. Is it a betrayal of the Nigerian people? No, maybe it's a triumph for democracy. But amongst the party men, if there is no rule or order, there's going to be chaos.
For you to come and say you're organizing a kind of mock election, it doesn't make sense. Those mock is just for his own. The party members in the National Assembly will also have to sit down and cast their own vote. And whoever emerges the winner, you're free to contest. Anybody is free to contest. It's a free for all. But who wins the election becomes the leader there. That is what I see there. So the issue of party supremacy or no party supremacy has nothing to do here. Though the party can make their own choice, they can say this is who we want. But the National Assembly is saddled with the responsibility to choose their leaders who will lead them in this National Assembly, to choose who will lead them, who will propel them to pass better bills, make better laws for the country. The members of the House of Assembly and the Senate have the right to choose who their leaders are. It's no longer a party affair where one or two persons go to sit down and make one or two appointments and impose it on others. It won't work that way. That era has gone.
The mock elections you talk about that held during the APC before the Senate presidency election was a call to contest among their peers. It was not an election between strangers or ordinary people. It was within senators, it was within National Assembly members representing the APC at the floor of the National Assembly. Now, the idea was to pick the most popular candidate. It was supposed to be a situation where if what happened at the presidential primaries repeats itself at the senatorial primaries, whoever loses will congratulate whoever wins and work with the person to make sure that if the other parties bring somebody else to say, okay, we want to go against you nonetheless, the person would not win because they have majority at the floor of the house. So the mock elections were to show who is more popular between Lawan and Saraki. Saraki now showed that he is more popular with the senators that are not APC members. than the senators that are APC members. Because at the end of the day, he got some APC members, APC senators to vote for him, and most of the PDP senators also endorsed him. So it is a clear-cut case of disobeying party orders.
As regards the mock election, let me remind you, as you said, it is a mock election, and the National Assembly and the Senate doesn't just consist of APC members, it also consists of PDP members and other parties as well, as you have acknowledged yourself. So, and you have to understand that APC is a party that came together from there are different blocks with different interests, of which interests have to be represented. And we have seen what party imposition has given us in the last 16 years of democratic rule in Nigeria. We have seen, the list, and we have reaped the list of dividends of democracy as a result of party imposition of the previous rule, of the previous administration, of the previous ruling party. I wouldn't want to mention names, but you and I know very much well what party imposition has cost we, the masses of Nigerians. What happened in National Assembly, Saraki presented himself as a candidate under a party, and Dogara also being endorsed by a certain group, or by Jamila, the other candidate, being endorsed by a certain block of the party, presented himself. And there's a disagreement. Saraki is from PDP, and the other candidates were from AC. So you have to understand that APC is not a single party. It has to represent the interests of all these blocks. Considering that, and man by nature, as I earlier mentioned, is a political animal, we always go for our own self-interest first before the interest of others.
Goodluck has lost the election. The reason is because Nigerians felt, look, we think Buhari is a strong hand. He can do this job better than Jonathan for now. He has tried. So let us give Buhari our vote. We have not given our vote to APC, but the APC becomes a four-wheel drive in which Buhari ran for this election and he won. Individually, Buhari can never win this election. He must belong to a political party. And now that he has won, that he will serve the interests of Nigeria and not the political party. The political party is just a machine, is just like a tool for him to present himself, in which the Constitution has made it clear that you must belong to a political party. So it is in the Senate, in the House of Representatives, and in the Senate. Everybody there is equal. The Senate president is just first among the equals there, and all of them are eligible to run for that seat of the Senate president. No candidate is disallowed. Everybody can run as long as you are in that house. You are qualified to be a Senate president. The issue remains that will they vote for you?
But did they flout his party's directive? That is the question that we're having on this topic. And the topic here is that the party supremacy. Has this person flouted the party's directive? He has. Is this party's directive one man's imposition? Maybe, maybe not. But this is the same leadership you subscribe to several times. At what point did they become wrong? It is not about him being rightly right. It's about him being wrongful to his own political party that elected him. It's not a matter for Nigerians. If the party says, despite the fact that you have become Senate president, we are still going to discipline you because we said, don't do this, and you did it. It doesn't matter. It is a party internal affair. So I don't understand why you feel that if a party presents a position forward, it's imposition. It is not.
All right, guys, thank you all for coming on the program and, of course, sharing your time and your thoughts with us. We have to go now, and when we return, we will be joined by another person to get more details and more analysis on who should be supreme. Please stay with us.